It's Katie Arwood from the MCC Library, and on behalf of MCC Reads, I'm welcoming Rob Spohr today, who is the Vice President of Academic Affairs here at MCC, and he's going to be discussing education, opportunities, and inequalities.
Hi, my name is Rob Spohr. I'm currently the Vice President for Academics here at Montcalm Community College. And every year they have another book in MCC Reads, and every year I think, I'm not going to like this one, and every year I end up loving everything they've done. And when I first heard that this was Reading with Patrick, I thought to myself, well, no, this one won't be one that I really like, because at first I thought it was, Patrick from SpongeBob, and then I learned it really wasn't. So, but when I first started, I actually listened to a lot of the books because I'm in the car a lot, and as I was listening to this one, I just became amazed at how much it applies to what we're doing here at Montcalm Community College. You don't know my history, but I can tell you that I came from a family where education, you didn't go to college, you went out and got a job. And so I went in the Marine Corps as soon as I got out of high school. And after that, I went into industry and was working. And it wasn't until I was 30 years old and had a family that I decided to actually come right here to Montcalm Community College. I had no idea where it was. And it wasn't easy. And when I came here, I wanted to do an associate degree. And then I decided, wow, I sort of like this. And so I kept going and got my bachelor's. And then I said, this is what I want to do for a living. And never thought I'd be in education, but this is where I ended up. And, I look back and say, how did I get to where I am today? What I can say is that, especially at MCC, there were a few people who I was in their classes, and they really helped me. One of them, his name was Bob Campbell. He was a full-time faculty member here. He taught accounting and business, and I got to know Bob, and he really became a mentor to me. And everything just sort of worked out. And this book, what it talks about is students, not like me, these are students who are a lot worse off. Many of our students here at MCC, they don't go home to families that are supportive. They have kids, they have problems. And in many cases, not only are the families not supportive, they actually are upset that their kids are going and trying to make themselves better. Because they don't look at it that way, that it's making them better. But what I really love about the book is that it proves that one person can make a difference. And I think that's really the key to the whole book, is Michelle Kuo made a difference. And even though she didn't know she was making a difference all the time, she was. And then when she ended up not being there and came back, she really was able to see how her leaving left a vacuum almost in the place. And that while she cared, not everybody did. And so, if you're thinking about going into education, or someone who's an educator, and they're the type of person who really cares about their students, give them a pat on the back, give them a hug, something, because it's not easy. They know the problems that are there, and and it's not easy on them either, caring, because not every student is going to make it, like Patrick didn't. But she went back and helped him eventually, and so read the book, really try to apply it to what we're doing here at the college and in your own life. That it doesn't take much. That you can do something and you can really make a difference for somebody. Thanks.